All right, it looks like we're live. Going to double check here. Lights are working well. Search. All right, definitely live. Oh boy. That's going to be bad. Oh well. Cover. Picture. No. Just figuring out some of the fundamentals here. Hello there. Dude, it's going. The stream is going. This is our first one. So we're figuring out some of the basics. But we've got a lot to talk about because the Australian Open semifinals for the men's starts in just under 4 hours. So now's the time to find that value. It's very nice. I'm glad you like the stream. Not much to like so far, but hey, if you're enjoying it, then you're in the right place, my guy. So, what are we covering today? Again, like I just said, the Australian Open semifinals. We'll talk about potential finals. We'll talk about we'll get there. We're talking about WTA finals because they're already set in stone, which is going to be exciting. There's a lot. There's a lot to cover, especially across multiple sports books because you can find drastically different lines, especially for tennis. It's not the place or not the sport exactly that's the sharpest on at least American sports books. So you're going to find disparities between lines with the popular ones, such as like the ones that are legal at least. DraftKings and FanDuel being the big ones, but now we've got ESPN Sportsbook. A lot of folks in America use Bovada. Some like Bet365, I think, is legal some places. Bet Online. There's multiple outlets for you to participate in betting. So we'll cover where we're finding some of the good value and how we think you should wager your money wisely. I should be joined here by my fellow co-hosts. Chris is currently traveling. Vic is probably getting off work. Actually, he should be getting off work about a half hour ago, so he should be joining soon. I'll give him a quick update. I'll also have to figure out how to get him in here, which will be fun. I don't know how that works. I don't know what you're talking about. What do I say about it? I mean, I'd said something about it already. We definitely could have a cool overlay. I don't even know cool overlay or a logo banner. I don't know. We don't know that this is our first stream. We're figuring stuff out. This is not a professional production just yet. Also, I'm pretty sure you're a bot. If you're a bot, say, I'm not a bot. Just can record this. How can I screen capture this? Welcome, presentation. Ooh, presentation. Let's try this out. Studio. So what can I put here in this? Replace. Oh, okay, so I can upload files, PDF key, PowerPoint, doc. How do I put a stream in here? Like all right, scumbag. No one gives a fuck with you're in a northern thinks, especially in a one-person chat room. And there's the block. Fuck off, loser. Share screen. Okay, there we go. Let's go picture in picture though. Share screen. Let me try to, you know what, let me log out of this first. Log out. Okay, we're seeing that. Not the best format. There we go. Invite up to 6 guests. You know, let's go to tennis. I don't know why we're looking at this. The men's singles. I wonder if I block you in Restream chat, does it block you in other chats? Because I don't need spammers, scumbag. Oh, there's an overlay option? That's pretty cool. Sorry. That was weird. All right, I'm waiting for Vic to join us, but let's talk about, while he's not here, some of the performances from the semifinals. So first up, we had Coco Gauff versus. Oh, ESPN can't get their shit together still. Look at this. Summary of this. Nope. Not happening. Women's doubles. Yeah, sure. How about women's singles? No option to see a summary of the match or anything here. Coco Golf. Do they just not have? Is there no details here? They just show the score. You know what? I guess I can't complain about that too much. That's what ESPN should be, right? Basically, the online scoreboard. Their commentary fucking sucks otherwise. Hmm. All right, Vic's gonna try and join. And in the meantime, I'm going to wait. Why did I do that? Okay. Davis Cup, live sport. No. Good point. Ah, well, that's my fault. This is the warm-up stream. It's also serving eventually as our impromptu podcast number 3 for the semifinal Australian Open. Oh shit. Let's see. I heard someone join something. Probably Vic. But what does that mean? Who are guests? Where are guests? People. Ben, Vic. Oh, I kind of see Vic. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, I said I was backstage. What is this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to go. This is a website called Restream where it lets you stream to multiple websites at once. So right now we're live on Twitch and Kick. You have to wait to stream on YouTube. You have to request to live stream on YouTube, and then
That,
once you request
that
it,
makes sense. They're censorious pigs. So
We have
Makes
to wait
sense.
24 hours to start streaming after you request it on YouTube. What a joke.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That defeats the whole purpose of the live stream, right? I guess
Yeah,
Facebook live stream is the ones when the people do the crime, right?
I guess Facebook live stream is actually one of the top. Like when I started this Restream account, Facebook Live was, hey,
The
connect your
top one.
accounts. It was like one of the top ones, like above Kick, above Twitch, even. It was like number 2.
I think Facebook Live is big. Yeah, I think it might be like the number one thing. That's the one I always see when the people are running from the cops. They start Facebook
Oh,
Live, and
dude, yes,
I
absolutely. Always stream your crimes to Facebook Live. Hell
always
yeah.
stream the
Or you're
crime.
filming of crimes. um,
Yeah,
I want to see. I'm pulling up Twitch. I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, me and you are on there, bro. We're live.
fuck yeah.
So we're going. There's been 2 chatters so far, both of them. One of them was like a obvious straight up bot who was like, "I have an offer for you to improve your stream, blah 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 blah." The other guy was like, "Hey, I like your stream. I like have you ever considered adding an overlay or banner?" Oh,
So it's
and
just
I basically
snails.
just like kept saying, no, 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 I don't care. This is the first time we're doing this. We're figuring shit out. And then he goes, I hate your stream. It sucks.
I like this guy now. I want to buy something from him.
Hey, if that's how it sells you. What do you think of the new lighting, by the way? I got new lights for my computer.
Oh, in your room. Oh yeah, yeah. It's
No
much
more light.
brighter, and
That
plus,
light's off now.
I feel like you're flipped. Like you used to have the wall and the pictures to your right, and now they're to your left.
Oh, really? It to me, like this view, I wonder if it flips me on the stream. Hang on. Wait, maybe. I don't know. You'd have to maybe check out one of our YouTube videos to see if that's the case. I don't know actually.
Yeah.
It could be flipping me for sure. So yeah, I can let you in. We could stream. There are different levels of this Restream site you have to pay for. Free is up to 2 platforms. I think the first level is like up to 5 platforms.
Okay.
So it's not a bad idea just to keep putting ourselves out there. Out there.
Yeah.
But I figured we'll just talk through. I'm sharing my screen. Obviously, you can see the ESPN scoreboard. I don't.
Yeah. Yep. I can see
I
it.
should
Nice.
definitely hide my bookmark bar. Whatever. Do I have anything weird on here? Some. Yeah, I probably shouldn't show this.
What do you have on there? Now I need to go full screen and look at it.
I mean, there's Destiny stuff. There's
Twitch,
this is
Gmail.
DoD. Fuck, what's it called? Disability application stuff. This is from my summer job. This is from just streaming shit. Piracy. Let's go. Another Reddit link. Employment security. This is when I was unemployed. My tenant's rights when I was trying to sue my fucking landlord. There you go. That's everything.
Nice.
Yeah, I ended up working for my landlord. So not the landlord. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, I ended up working for the landlord.
What'd you try to sue him over?
They weren't fixing my fucking apartment, and we had a bug infestation.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Fuck
Dude,
that.
even the exterminators wouldn't come out. They're like, we can't fix the problem because the apartment is broken. I'm like, bro, come kill the bugs. He's like, they're just gonna come back, so we're not gonna do it. How do you make
It's a
how
double
is that your business model? We can't solve the problem entirely, so we're just not gonna take your business.
I feel like if they can't solve the problem entirely, that'd be better for the business model. In that
Exactly. You're gonna keep
it's
coming back.
replacement.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I hate everybody. Hopefully my bookmarks are a reflection of that I hate everybody.
Yeah, I think so. I think it captures your essence quite
Good.
well.
Chrome. So,
How do you want to do this? Just want to hop into just go into the semifinals picks and then final pick, or what? Since it's a live stream, I don't know how you want to do it. I have something to do at 7, so like an hour and 10 minutes from now. So
yeah,
I have to drop
this is
off.
not going to be that long.
Okay.
I figured we just give a quick recap of
The quarters.
of the quarters. Yep. Talk through what we got coming up still, give our picks, and then call it a day.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
So I've got a couple books pulled up here. Let me navigate my way to tennis. I should do this off stream, but whatever. I have another window.
It's a good part about no one watching is that you can make all these mistakes and
Yeah,
nothing happens.
exactly. It's a figuring stuff out stream.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how to hide the bookmark bar. Okay. So let's pull up.
Oh, I've been getting a lot of traction on Twitter lately because whenever somebody tweets about those dudes who got arrested in Canada, I just subtweet innocent until proven guilty! Exclamation point.
That's true. They are. I mean,
I
I'm
got,
pretty sure that's the same thing in Canada, but who knows?
who knows? But I've got more likes on that than anything I've ever done. So I think I found my niche.
Yeah, just civil liberties, rights.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about did you watch were you able to catch all of the matchups? I'm guessing no because the time sucks so bad. I
No, I didn't.
I caught most
Yeah.
of this match. Um I did not catch most of live, at least. I did not catch Sinner and Rublev most of it live. So wish I could.
I didn't watch most of that live, but I saw the scoreline and I heard all about the tiebreaker collapse. Or he didn't collapse in the tiebreaker, right? What happened with him? He like freaked out in the tiebreaker.
Who?
Rublev, like he lost his mind after Sinner took the tiebreaker in the second set off of him.
Yeah, he had kind of a freak out. But I mean, it's not like totally out of Rublev's character to do that. He just like he was pissed. He was real pissed.
Yeah,
Djokovic and Fritz though was a better match than I expected. This is a bad picture of Fritz. He looks kind of Asian there.
he does kind of look Asian.
And he doesn't have the headband. But Fritz brought a good game. He actually brought some confidence with him as well.
Yeah, I thought from what I saw of the replay and what I heard of the match highlights is that he was really bringing it. I mean, Joker was right there. I mean, 0 for 15 with his first 15 break points. So
Yeah.
it could have looked a lot different if he was able to convert on one of these breaks. But I think this Fritz is 0 for 10 against Joker now. I think it just shows that like stylistically, there's no way he's ever going to be able to beat Joker if he's just standing on the baseline, just ripping, his forehand winner. Like
Yep.
he's going to need to add like something. I don't know what it is. He pays his coaches the big bucks, so they can figure it out. But
Exactly.
he definitely needs to change something up because 0 for 10. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Agreed. It was he just doesn't have what it takes right now to keep up with Novak. Novak's better all around player, but fuck man, that second set, you mentioned the 0 for 15 break points to start the match. I think 7 of those came in the second set, and every time Novak would go up on deuce to advantage, Fritz would have some insane shot like on the stretch, hits the line, just amazing shot, and you could see or just catch Nole go in the wrong direction, and you could see Novak was just like he's got it, he's hitting the shots. And he just seemed to kind of give it to him at one point. He was just, hey man, you know what? You're hitting these shots. Good for you. You get the set.
Yeah.
Let's go on to set 3. Uh, much to my own chagrin because I had Djokovic minus 2.5 sets, which sucked. But man, it was fun to just see Fritz not roll over and die, like he used
Yeah,
to.
definitely. I think it was a good for long term outlook for Fritz is that he didn't get swept in straight sets. Made it farthest for any American.
Yep.
Um, definitely, I think it bodes well for how his season looks as long as he's not playing against Joker,
Right.
right? I mean, like, I, I don't know if he brought that game, how many other dudes are going to beat him on tour, right? If he played that exact same game that he played against Joker,
Not
like
many.
Medvedev, maybe,
Medvedev
you
could,
know,
but he's a wild card.
yeah.
Um, yeah, not many. I mean, I think it reaffirms his victory over Tsitsipas and Tsitsipas was playing great tennis, but he like decidedly beat him, and I think it was deserved. I think
Yeah.
he could beat Holger Rune for sure. Rune is just he's too all over the place right now. He could beat maybe not Alcaraz, but hey, who knows?
I mean, Alcaraz just lost to Big Z, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think Fritz and uh, Big Z have a lot in common in that they're big lanky dudes with huge first serves, right? Like everything comes off of that for them, right? So
I'll tell you what he did do.
yeah,
He affirmed himself as the top American player for sure.
yeah, definitely.
Which was cool. It's cool. It's cool to have one of those guys that can make it deep into the tournament, like Fritz did. Because a lot of the other Americans just choked. Maybe it's time difference. Maybe it's the hard court, but Fritz has Fritz has proven himself. I think so. It's worth recognizing him for that. Then we had
Yeah,
Sinner and
definitely.
Rublev. You mentioned this already. Rublev just he wasn't all there composure wise. But the crazy thing is that in the first set, Sinner had some kind of medical situation. It looked like he had diarrhea or something. Like his stomach was bothering him. Maybe he was.
Paul Pierce won it.
Yeah, maybe. He took a medical
Put him in a
break.
wheelchair.
he I don't know, maybe it was maybe it was another kind of sickness, but like he was dealing with a medical situation throughout the whole game. Um and then he comes back with dealing with that from I think he was down 5-2 in the second set and he comes back and wins it in a tiebreak, which I was thankful for because I had Sinner minus 2.5 sets. And I'm just thinking he's down 5-2. I'm like, fuck, I'm over 2 on my bets today. This is a terrible day. And then he just powers through the third set. And Rublev is just, I think Rublev had good enough at that point after he lost the second set.
Yeah,
I don't think he was really committed to trying to win this match after that. But I think this is something I want to bring up later. I think we're going to get some value on Sinner here because he's been playing amazing tennis through the tournament so far, and he didn't have all. He won in straight sets, but like if you actually watch the match, it painted a different story. So I think we're getting some value on the money line here, even though it's going to be against Djokovic.
wow,
So yeah,
okay, wow. I see. I know. Joker has looked human, right? He's looked beatable this tournament. I mean, not so much in the last couple of rounds, but in the beginning, he went to 4 sets with Dino, 4 sets with Poprin.
yep,
Echevarri, he didn't, he beat him in straight sets, but Echevarri put up a good performance. But then since he made it to the fourth round, walked through Manarino. I mean, Fritz, he had 15. He had 15. He was 0 for 15 for his first break points. I mean, that could have been a
right,
straight. That could have been like total domination if Fritz wasn't on it. You know what I mean?
right.
So I don't know. I actually think that whatever was ailing him earlier in the tournament, the wrist, he was sick a little bit. I think he's over that. So I really like Joker. I'm looking. I see minus 195 for him right now. I like that, and I also like the overs. Over for total games over 41 and a half. 41 and a half is what, like 4 sets, right?
Yeah, I usually do it by if you go a 6-4 sets all the way through, one break point per set, then you can imagine like they're essentially saying we expect this to go 5 sets, or do you think it's going to be over under 5 sets? Not that's obviously not reality.
Yeah.
Um, we're never like rarely do we see straight 6-4, 6-4 back and forth. But if that were the case,
I think we'll have a 7-6 in there. We'll have maybe one or two sevens. I could
yeah,
see them going to a
agreed.
tiebreak,
I
especially
agree.
how on fire Sinner has been, and how good Joker has looked lately. I could see them holding out and just going to two or three tie breaks. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be a great match.
I am too. I think this is going to be the match of the tournament. I'm hoping at least. And I've got a future on Sinner. I wish I could share. I have it on a different browser. I wish I could share the trackers. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, yeah. What do
they're
you have? What
public,
do you have
but
for him?
yeah, I have a future on Sinner. I have a future on Sabalenka.
What's the
They're
what's
my
the
last
future? To
futures
win? To
to
win?
win, to outright win. Yeah, not
What you
not to
get him
make
at?
the final. I got at Sinner outright winner at plus 400, and I got Sabalenka at plus 210.
That's pretty good. I mean, plus 210 is not great, but I mean,
Well, I
that's
wanted
probably
I would if you asked me yesterday, I would have said the
she
big
had made it
obstacle
for
would be
Coco.
Coco Gauff,
Right. She
and she
made for
did.
Coco.
But
Yes.
holy
Whoever won
shit,
that
is
match, I think is
Jang
going to win
playing
from there.
good tennis? She looks insane.
Bro.
She just beat Yastremska, but Yastremska's a qualifier
Yeah.
who made it to the semis, and like I said, I rode her a long ways to the semis. Phrasing, sorry, but
No, that's cool. I
she
would.
made me some good money.
Would.
I'm not
Yeah.
complaining. Would. So
uh,
yeah, I don't mind seeing a competitive final on the WTA side. We'll touch on where we can find some value there in a bit. Let's
okay.
keep
Let's
going
get
with the
back to the
recaps
next
though.
quarterfinal. What's the other quarterfinal that we did not talk about?
Hurkacz and Medvedev. Holy shit! Did you watch this match?
I watched the first two sets and then I went to bed because I'm not a psychopath and I have, a regular job. But I saw Medvedev give up the second set. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah,
but the first set, this is why I love Medvedev. He was up, what was he up? 3-1, about to break for a second time. And then he was up 40, love 40, and he let Hurkacz back in it and win the set, or win the game, and then get back on serve. And then he still managed to win the set on the tiebreak. So I
yep,
just definitely think Medvedev is like mental toughness is next level.
yeah,
Like
oh yeah,
Medvedev, uh, like that. I think that's the big thing that separates like some of these guys. It's just like being able to rally from a tough situation. Like Medvedev is definitely top three toughest guys mentally on the tour.
absolutely. I think he's tough in the sense that he doesn't let anything get to him. Not necessarily like he's bearing down and I'm
Yeah.
gonna fight for this. He's like, hey, and he even said so in the. I don't know if you watched the post match, but the interview you should watch it because he was like, hey, I've been telling myself throughout the whole tournament, if I lose, I get a flight home tomorrow because I am tired. And he's like, hey, well, Hubie played a great game, but I was thinking after the second set, maybe he beats me and I'll be out flight home tomorrow. I can finally rest. I am tired. uh,
Yeah.
so he just makes a big joke about it, and
Dude, he's funny. He's a funny
he
guy. He's
is.
a funny guy.
The crowd loves it. I chalk that up to some like a certain amount of mental toughness because the dude's just like he's playing with reckless abandon essentially, and that's hard to do when you're at his fucking level. Like dude is top 5 in the world, and he's just like fuck it, and he can still perform at that level. That's nuts. that's scary.
Yeah.
You can see obviously. Look at this. Her catch had more break points. Or sorry. Oh, this is not receiving points won. Wow. Hurkacz like significantly. He had almost 20 more receiving points won than Medi, but these unforced errors crushed him. That's an interesting stat.
Yeah, I think him not being Medvedev not being so far back, they were talking about it a lot on the broadcast
Yeah.
uh, for the return. Definitely threw him off a bit. He was looking at his box after the first game, like what the hell is going on here?
Right.
Because he was right on the baseline. That's a move my boy Bublik would like to do. He sometimes will put his heels on the baseline and just challenge people. And
Yep.
I was very surprised to see Medvedev do that. So it was a cool thing to see, and it was funny. He talked about it in his post match as well. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew I was going to do that, but I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah,
When
he's
he was
like,
talking.
everyone was talking about it, so I figured, what they expect me to do it. I'm just not gonna do that. That's my strategy.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
hey, deception works sometimes. I respect that, and he's one of the few guys that can make it work against a guy like Hurkacz too, because that serve, he's got the most powerful serve in the game. I think it's relatively uncontested, and you can stand on the baseline and like step up to that. Medvedev's probably got one of the best return games in the league, in
yeah.
the on the tour.
On the tour. No, I agree. I agree. Definitely, having a great return is such a big weapon for him, and I think that's why he's gonna. I really like his matchup in the semis against. How the fuck you say this dude's name? Zverev.
Zverev,
Man,
yeah,
I'm no good with these European
that's
names.
fine.
Zverev.
Zverev, yeah, you
But
got
yeah,
it.
you want to get to that semifinal?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
caught the end of that one against Carlos. Against that
Carlitos.
was something. I was definitely expecting him to drop that fourth set. I was shocked that he managed to pull that one out. Like absolutely shocked that he pulled that out.
I don't know what was wrong with Carlitos' game, but he put the ball in the net too many times. He had the opportunity. Don't get me wrong. Zverev's drop shot was fucking on. He was crushing the drop shots. Carlitos would charge the net, and he couldn't fucking lift the ball over the net. And he lost so many points on that. He hit the ball into the net too many times. I wish we had the unforced errors stat on here because that's. I feel like that was the story. Maybe the numbers don't tell the story, but at the end of the match, they absolutely certainly did. Uh,
I mean, and then also if you look at Big Z's 85% first serve in, like dude, his service number was off the charts that game, right? Like same thing with kind of like what we were talking about with Fritz versus Joker. Like uh Zverev, his serve was on point. That was probably the best game or match he's played since he came back from, tearing that ligament in his foot and at the French Open.
yeah,
What was that 2 years ago? Like definitely the best he's looked since then, and is very impressive, very impressive. But I don't know. I think that was he's gonna leave the Australian Open happy now. You know what I mean? And not to jump ahead, but he's going to. Have you watched the new season of Breakpoint?
no, I have not.
It's his episode where he bitches out Medvedev the whole episode. He bitches about Medvedev the entire hour. He plays mind games with you. He plays the mind
I mean,
games.
yeah, he does though. He does,
He
right?
does play them. Yeah, but I think that is yeah. Medvedev's owned him lately. I don't know. I definitely think Medvedev is gonna smoke him. I'm looking
Oh
forward
yeah,
to it. That one I kind of think I want to do the under. Um,
Medvedev owns 10 of the last 12, I believe, head to head against Zverev. It's
What is it? 5-2 in the last 7 matches. Head to head since 2022. Medvedev 5, Zverev 2.
okay. So yeah, that's
I
good.
don't think they've never played at a Grand Slam before though. They've never played in a 5-setter
All
before
right.
against each other.
We're in for a
So
treat
this
then. We're in for two really fun semifinal matchups for the men. Let's talk before we get to women's. Let's start talking about odds here. I've got Bovada up. I've got DraftKings up. We can
Yeah,
compare the
make sure
odds
you
a little
shop
bit.
the lines, everybody in the chat. All you fools out there listening to us. Make sure you shop around for the best line.
Yeah, seriously. I wonder if I can pull up FanDuel. Let me try. FanDuel. Oh, FanDuel Sportsbook to see just like the American comparison because these are going to be the two biggest books here, right? Australian, DraftKings and FanDuel. So let me go to Australian Open men's matches. So difference between one minus 195, minus 200, Medvedev minus 146 on FanDuel, minus 155. So you're getting
You're
better.
getting
It's a equal spread almost. You're getting
yeah,
better value
good
on one
value.
versus the other on each matchup.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So, what do we think is actually going to happen, right? Like straight up, let's talk Djokovic Sinner. Before we even look at the odds, what's your prediction here?
Joker in 4.
Joker in 4. Okay.
Joker in 4. I think it's going to be a good one. A lot of back and forth rallies. I definitely think it's going to be one of those games where kind of like Big Z and Alcaraz, where like every point is going to be like a 20-shot rally. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like they're going to be going back and forth at each other. So I'm definitely expecting this to be an entertaining one. But I think when it comes down to the crunch time, like I said, I expect a lot of tie breaks here. Like at least 2 sets to go to tiebreaker, and I think Joker is going to take the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Um, Joker just tied the record for most consecutive or most wins all time at the Australian Open, I think, for 40. So this one will break the record for that. He tied some chick from back in the day whose name I am blanking on. But yeah, I definitely
Steffi
think
Graf?
that he's. I don't think it's that. It was a different name that I wasn't. I was like, who is that? Who are they talking about? But anyway, I definitely think that it's going to be a lot of back and forth, tight match. But I think Joker's going to win it because of the tiebreakers. Like I could see him winning the 4-set tiebreaker, like 12-10 or something like that, and that's a match. So, what do you think? I like the over. And I like Joker minus 195. That doesn't seem like a lot of value, but I don't know. Just you got to be the king. You got to beat the king. And I think he's going to be able to take out Sinner. I think he's going to get some revenge for Turin.
So, looks like we're getting slightly better odds on FanDuel. Oh, sorry, on Bovada at minus 115 on over 40 and a half games. FanDuel's got minus 120. DraftKings has got, let's see. Wait, does it have it on the front? Total games.
If you go all the way up and then I think if you click match lines, it'll be there. It's under match lines.
Oh, yeah, there we go. 41 and a half, so I can change this, though. Oh, never mind.
That's one thing I like about DraftKings is they give you the wheel.
Yeah, the
So
wheel
you can.
doesn't.
Oh, it's not.
I can go to. I'm pretty sure there's an alternate though. Maybe not.
But anyways,
Maybe not.
what do you think? Who do you got winning this one?
I'm going. Dude, I'm going Sinner. I think
All right.
that this line right here, this money line, needs to be closer.
Plus 175.
I think that Djokovic is probably more of like a minus 150 minus 150 favorite. So I'm playing the value here. I'll read you off these implied odds. No, that's not what I want.
You want some dinner? All right, I'll feed you.
So I should have known this off the top of my head. Minus 200 implies that Djokovic is going to win
67?
Yes, yeah, exactly. He's going to win this matchup 2 out of 3 times. I think he's going to win this matchup 1 out of every 2 times. I think this is a split.
All right. I mean, that's a lot of faith in the kid. Now, are the Carrot Boys going to be there? Have we heard about that? Do we know if the Carrot Top?
Let me look. There's got to be something that's Carrot Boy.
What are they, the Corona Boys, right? That's what they're called.
Yeah, I don't speak Italian though. Ooh, I haven't seen Carota Boys Sinner. I'm looking. I'm on their Instagram. Ooh, they just post memes. They just posted memes. Not. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be there. But I think the way that Sinner's been playing this tournament, his game is so well rounded that his return game is really sharp. Seeing what Fritz was able to do painting the lines against Djokovic in the set that Nole eventually gave up to him, I think Sinner is able to do that more consistently than Fritz is. I think that there's more value in the minus two there in the implied odds here on Sinner than there are on Djokovic. I don't want to spend someone froze.
Yeah, I froze.
You
I froze.
you froze on my end, but yeah.
Yeah, it was me. It was me.
Okay. I think the safer play, I don't think these are safe plays. I think that the safer play is probably over. I agree with you there. But
I think that's my
I don't
favorite. That's my favorite pick of this one is the over. But I'm also gonna do a unit on Joker as well. One unit on the over and one unit on Joker. But for you, I mean, you already have the future on Sinner. Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play him to win, or are you just gonna let your future act as your match bet?
I'm gonna play him to win. I don't see why
Okay.
not. I don't have a problem with doubling down here.
Yeah.
It's not a true double down, but uh, I don't know how FanDuel works. Money
Yeah.
line,
We
okay,
don't need
plus
to learn stuff.
170 on FanDuel. Well, what's that? Bovada still has the best odds here,
Yeah.
and it's like these are three not sharp books at all. But they're the books that people have the most access to. I'd say more widespread. If I were to pull up a sharp book, I'm sure I could get. Man, what's a tennis sharp book?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. So that's how these all these listeners are going to know that we're new to the tennis gambling game.
Well, there's
Relatively speaking.
unfortunately I live in a place where online gambling is essentially non-existent. So I'm fine with advertising the fact that I don't have access to this kind of thing. That's I don't care about that.
Pinnacle is Pinnacle.
I am on Pinnacle right now. It's definitely a sharper book. I'm not sure about tennis specifically here. Let me get it to load. So let's see, Sinner. Let me go men's.
Tennisnerd.com. What do you have or tennisnerd.com?
Uh, they've they've got it at Pinnacle's got two. Sinner at plus 170.
Okay.
Sorry, plus 174. Which is right around where Bovada's got it, slightly sharper. Which tells me that the slightly sharper odds, there's maybe some late money coming in on Sinner money line. That's a big maybe because this is not big line movement by any means. I'm still gonna play the Sinner money line. I think that this is the value play.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's going to be a good one. Like I said, I'm not going to go against Joker when he owns the Australian Open. He's never lost a semifinal or a final at the Australian Open. So once he makes it past the quarters, he's been unbeatable. So but I understand where you're coming from as well, and I definitely think this is going to be an exciting one and a fun one to watch. So,
Absolutely,
yeah.
agreed.
All right, let's get to
I'm
the
excited.
next one with my boy.
I'm hoping this isn't the match for the tournament because that would be uneventful. But let's keep moving on. Like you said, let's go to the the battle of the Evs,
Yeah, that's true.
Medvedev and Zverev. So I'm pulling it up on all three here. What do you? What's your first impression of this match? I know you already touched on it a little bit, but give us.
I have a
You got any
future on
stats?
Medvedev. I have a future on Medvedev plus 1,000 from before the tournament, and then I doubled down on him after round 4 for another half unit at plus 1,300. So I'm all in on Medvedev to win the Australian Open this year. I definitely think, narrative wise, he was cast as the villain in Breakpoint, and he's playing the guy that cast him as the villain. I think he is going to absolutely walk through Zverev. This one, I like the under. I think he's just gonna, I think the mind games are gonna get to him. I think he's not happy about how he was definitely not happy about his portrayal on Breakpoint from what I read. So I think there's going to be a little bit more fire there than usual. He's usually very laid back. I think he's going to be going at him. I think he's going to go at him. I could see this one going down in straight sets. I definitely think Big Z played the match of his life 2 days ago, and he was calling for the physio a bunch for his feet.
Yeah.
He's got some foot issues. And if I think Medvedev's just going to stand on the baseline and run him around,
Let's not downplay. Let's see if I can go back just one. Okay, good. Both of these dudes have been
They've been in some battles. Yeah.
battling since Zverev beat Michelson. He's been in a 5-setter. I mean, beat Carlitos in 4 sets. Medvedev, 4-setter. Where is he?
He's a 3-setter against FAA.
Yeah, but these are
He
battles.
had a 5-setter before FAA though, because he played Emilio
yes.
Rusavari. And
He almost lost against Rusavari. This is the one matchup he brought up in that post match after her catch. It was the Rusavari match. How he went down.
Rusavari's a ball. Rusavari is
he's a gamer.
He's a gamer. I mean, I don't think that 5th set is indicative of his level, but I definitely he's a guy I'm going to have fun betting on this year. I definitely think he's a guy I'm going to have fun
with
betting
you on that one.
The Finnish Fox.
So let's see. Where are you seeing? You're going money line.
I'm going money line. Stuff like this, I really don't like to lay the games, just because I don't know, -3.5. What is he? He's minus. Oh, actually -1.5. That's not so bad.
This is set spread.
Oh, is that the set spread? Well, how many games?
Sorry, game spread is 2.
Game spread is 2. Okay. Game spread is 2. I mean, actually, that's not bad. 2 -110 instead of -155. I might do both. Actually. I like both, and I like the under. Definitely like the under a lot. I think Big Z he played his big match, and I know that it was super late there because when I woke up yesterday morning, I was able to watch it before I went to work, right? So that means he didn't wrap up against Alcaraz until 4 a.m., 3 a.m. local time, which definitely fucks you up. You know what I mean? Medvedev against Hurkacz was an early game, whereas Zverev was playing a late game. So I definitely I think that is going to have an effect on it as well.
I can agree with you there. Both of these guys, they are averaging between 3 and 4 hours a match on the higher end of that. They both got around 16 hours on court total throughout the tournament, which is by far higher numbers than both of the other semifinalists. This is going to be a battle. Which is reflected by this total right here, 41.5 games. Which is why I'm also tempted to lean with you on the under here. I think one of these players is going to come out and just be more dominant than the other. And I kind of am leaning towards this right here. I think this could be a straight setter. I think this could be under 3.5 sets for one or the other, and I think it's going to be Medvedev as well.
I definitely think that if Medvedev goes up 2 sets to none, it's going to be like a 6-1, 6-2 third set. I think he's just going to walk over him. So, but me, I'm a Medvedev partisan, so you always got to keep that. Take my picks with him with a grain of salt, because I'm definitely all in on the Medi hype train this year. So I definitely hope he wins, and I have positive outcome with the futures, because every one of my other futures would fucking crash and burn except Sabalenka to win her quarter. So I really need this from a personal level for him to win.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Real quick before we touch on that finals, what do you think of the women's finals? What do you think of these odds on the men's side?
On the winning
Okay.
half
This is winning
or no
half.
outright?
This is either Sinner or Djokovic, and this is either Zverev or Medvedev.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't
I
have
definitely
any value. There's no value here,
no, there's
obviously,
no value there unless you want to just play the top
unless you
half.
really, yeah.
But then is that minus 400 or minus 100? I can't read. It's pixelated.
This one
Yeah,
minus 400. Yeah,
yeah, you don't want to play that. Fuck that.
no, I agree.
I if I wouldn't play any of these, I wouldn't play. I would just play the match. I would just play. I would just play the semis and see who comes through, because they're both toss ups. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody's gonna walk into the final and the other person's gonna go through a battle. I
Right.
mean, I think Medvedev is gonna really dominate Zverev, but I could totally be wrong. So I don't see any value in playing an outright winner right now. I think Medvedev's gonna win, but I already got him plus 1,000 and plus 1,300, so I don't need plus 500. You know, I don't.
That makes sense to me. I've got Sinner at plus 400. He's plus 300 now. This, if you, I mean, I'm I'm not going to say that there's not value in a minus 135 Djokovic to win it all, because this is still probably the most likely. I'm actually surprised that this has moved off of even only to minus 135, given there's only 4 guys left. This is slightly over 50% chance of this happening, right? This is like 58% chance of this happening. Uh, to win the tournament without dropping a set. I don't know why someone requested this. This is just 6 more sets Sinner has to play and win them
That's crazy.
at plus 2,000. Like,
Against Djokovic, to not drop a set against Djokovic is crazy. That's a crazy bet.
this is less than 1 in 4, 1 in 5, less than 1 in 5 odds to drop to not drop a set.
It's worse than betting on Bublik to win.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, this is I don't see any value here either. Like maybe on Djokovic if this is yeah, actually I'll say there's some value here on Djokovic. I think there's probably a greater than 50% chance of him winning the whole thing. Really, in my opinion, all he has to do is get through Sinner and he's got it. But you disagree with that, and I'm glad you do, because I love Medvedev and I would love to see him.
I mean, his one U.S. Open, Medvedev's one U.S. Open, he beat Joker in the final.
Right.
Right? That's right.
Yep.
So I mean, he's beaten him in a major final before, so it's not like uncharted territory for him, you know.
On the other hand, real quick, let's touch on Chinwen Zhang versus Arnias Arena
Arena
Sabalenka.
Sabalenka's army. I love Sabalenka. I mean, Sabalenka and Rybakina are my 2 favorite women's players.
Okay.
So without Rybakina in the mix, I've been rooting for Sabalenka this whole time. There hasn't been any value on her to gamble on her at any game until the semis against Coco. And I didn't play that. But I definitely think that she's got the serve. She's got the experience. She's the defending champ. This is her last chance to get a second major before her 25th birthday, which was a big goal for her and her father, who passed away 4 years ago. And they made a big. You should watch Breakpoint, dude. But they made a big deal about that as well. Like, you know, like that was a goal that he had for her, is to win 2 majors by the time you're 25. So she got one of them. This is her last chance to get the second. And yeah, she's won it before. I don't think she's going to feel the pressure the same way as Zhang. So I think Sabalenka is going to win. What's the odds on her? I mean, minus 550. I'm not going to play that. I'm going to root for it, but I'm not going to bet it. That's my opinion on the ladies.
Dude, watching Zhang play, I think that it's. Do I think these odds are right? First of all, I
mean,
do.
minus
I think
550 in a
Sabalenka
fan
is a much
base.
better player.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't think that Zhang has had as tough of a road to get here. Dodine had a great run, not like a top tier player. Kalinskaya, I think she took the first set off of her, but I don't think she's not a top tier player.
Did Zhang
Yastrzemska
beat anybody
qualifier.
ranked? Has she played a ranked player in the Australian Open, or has she just managed to go through unranked people?
She beat Katie Bolter. She destroyed Katie Bolter. I don't.
No,
She is not. She's not played a ranked player.
not played a single ranked player. Yeah, I definitely think that this is a good story for her, and it's obviously amazing to make a Grand Slam final, but the step up in competition versus what she's been playing is going to be massive. So I kind of what's the over under on this one?
20 and a half games.
Ooh,
I
that's short. Damn, that's short.
Yeah, it's real
20
short.
and a half. So 18 is
For
what you need to win.
for
So
for context, the
well,
over under on Sabalenka and Goff was 22 games. They only went 2 sets and they went over that.
that was 6-4, 7-6, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
I don't see I don't see her winning more than 3 games in either set. So that's 6, and then Sabalenka would be 18. I kind of like the under there. I think it'll be I'll play that. I'll play the under. That would be my play.
okay. I'm leaning the opposite way. I think that the semifinal match definitely works against my logic here, but I think that the big stage definitely puts Sabalenka on her heels a little bit. I think that Zhang is playing such good tennis that she could maybe steal a set from her, but I don't think she's going to win. I don't feel comfortable with this plus 400. I like this, but if I'm going to bet this, I'm betting this because I don't see Sabalenka going down in straight sets. I think I'm going to put at least a half a unit, probably a full unit on 2.5 or sorry, over 2.5 sets. I number one, I want to see it. So, hey, why not bet for what you're rooting on, right? But
Yeah, exactly. Have fun with it.
logically, uh, Sabalenka, I wish I had it pulled up here, but I don't think that she is not going to drop a set in the final for a major. I think that she, either she drops the first set or she wins in straight sets. So, and I think there's a relatively 50% chance of either one of those happening. Obviously, I mean, just any idiot can flip a coin to say that, but ultimately, I think that just based on her personality type and how she's performed on hardcore events, especially last year, uh, she can get in her own head a little bit and get a little frustrated. So I think the plus 185 looks really
I mean,
appealing.
hardcourt. She won the Australian Open, and then she made the final in the U.S. Open. So
Yeah,
the two
but she
hard
didn't do it in straight sets, right? I could,
at the
could
Australian Open last year. I don't remember.
no, just hardcore events last
Oh,
year.
just hardcourt events last year. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but no, I did. Yeah, I haven't watched any of this Zhang girl play. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm not. This is not an informed opinion.
She's
This
good. No,
this
that's fine.
is me fucking
That's fine.
spouting. You know,
Let me see if they have it on here.
this is the hardest Grand Slam to watch for me personally. I can't stay up this late.
The times, yeah, the times are brutal, man. I get you. Why can't I? Can I scroll over? Is that terrible? Sabalenka won in 3 sets against Rybakina in the Australian Open last year. She dropped the first set to Rybakina.
That's right. That's right. She beat Rybakina, my girl Elena, my Kazakhstani princess.
And then the U.S. Open, she lost Coco Gauff in the final 2-3 in 3 sets. She won the first set and dropped 2 straight. In the semis, she lost the first set to Madison Keys with a bagel, 6-0, and then she won the second and third set, both in tie breaks. So last year she lost, or sorry, she went to 3 sets in hardcourt slams in semis and in the finals both. Let me double check that number. Sorry. In the semis in the Australian Open last year, she beat Magda Linette, the Polish tennis player, in 2 sets, in straight sets. So I don't think that Magda, who I think, no, she was not a qualifier. I think Qinwen Zhang is going to be a much tougher opponent than Lynette was. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put a unit on it. Why not? 2.5 sets.
You're going to think she's going to take a set?
I think she takes a set. She's been good, and I get she hasn't had the competition right now, and the odds kind of reflect that, I think. But damn, she's been putting away some of these players, and I really do think that the mental piece takes a toll on Sabalenka. I want her to win because I got the future on her, but I think she does it in 3 sets.
Okay, I don't hate it. I mean, like I said, I'm not informed on this one, so I just expect Sabalenka to walk through her, but I have no idea.
Well, there we go. We've covered it all.
There it is, boys. Make sure you follow those bets for wins.
Yeah, we had a strong end to the quarterfinals. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We had a strong end to the quarterfinals. Hoping to carry that over into the finals. We'll post these for everyone to see on our social media pages, our socials, hashtag or sorry, exclamation point socials, whatever live stream platforms use.
Hashtag it. Double guns. Double gun
Double
bet.
guns.
Double guns.
You can't beat it.
The Devils just gave up a goal in the first minute and a half. Fuck yeah. All right.
Good for them. Good for them.
So pathetic.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today on Double Fault Live. First of many.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Good chatting with you. Thank you for joining. To the audience, we'll see you later. Good luck with your bets. See you at the cashier.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace.